I want to talk about something. Stigma. Anybody in recovery of any kind has felt some form of stigma. And it's a tough thing to deal with. But the worst way to deal with that stigma is to lash out. I see people lashing out on Facebook and Instagram about people who stigmatize addicts, right? But instead of lashing out, why don't you accept and try to understand their point of view so that you can find a way to change it? Because the stigma will never go away, but we can lessen it by our actions that we take towards it. People will always call us weak. People will always call it a choice. But some people will not think it's a disease, even though it's obviously been written in books about it. There will be our families sometimes will not understand. Some of our families, when we talk about how great we're doing in recovery even, they still may turn their head. But the stigma is real. And I know it's tough to deal with. And I know, people just don't understand unless you've gone through this or you've had a loved one go through this. Some of those people do understand. But I want you to react different today to that stigma. So when someone stigmatizes you, I want you to turn the other cheek and go help somebody. I want you to go up to that medical professional or that EMT or that cop that says Narcan, addicts shouldn't be Narcan, and I want you to thank them. Thank them for saving your life and change their perception of us. That's what it takes. When we're still walking around acting like fucking fools and getting and taking things like that and acting out like a criminal or acting out like you have a short fuse, that's not going to fix the situation. It is up to us as recovering drug addicts and alcoholics to make a difference. And that is not how you do it. I understand what they're coming from. Some of them see us over and over and over and don't understand why we get it. Even sometimes I don't understand why some people don't get it. But that's not my place to judge. My job is to have my hand out when they do or they want another chance. God willing, they get one. That is how we change the stigma. It is not by posting you're an idiot. It is not by posting you're an asshole or trying to do some form of debate. Because those are just words. It is our actions that will change that. What actions are you taking to change their perception? Right? If you're taking a negative action, how is that going to turn into a positive thought? I don't understand where you're coming from. I'll give you a perfect example. I was at a wedding. I only had about a year and something, and there was this group, and I'm guessing they were EMTs, or they were some kind of medical professional people. And they were talking, and they were standing in their circle smoking cigarettes and talking about these drug addicts and how Narcan's costing the city money and how they should have a limit to how many times people should be Narcan and yada, 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 right? And I'm standing there listening, and I'm just kind of laughing because obviously they don't recognize me as somebody in recovery because, my track marks are on my neck mainly. And I was wearing long sleeve shirts and stuff. So, and I look healthy now. So I just walked up to him and I said, thank you. Thank you for saving my brothers and sisters in recovery, because I too am a recovering addict. And I want to thank you on behalf of everybody for everything that you do for us. And their jaws dropped. Like, not only were they caught off guard, but they were probably embarrassed about the things they were saying. Now, do you think next time they want to have that same conversation that they're not going to have a different thought? That I won't be in the back of their mind? That is how we change the stigma. One person at a time. All right? So I know this isn't much of a motivational video, but it is something that I wanted to say. So quit stigmatizing our brothers and sisters. Quit telling people Suboxone isn't clean. Quit telling people maintenance drugs aren't clean. Whatever their road to recovery is. Quit telling people they can't go to church, that they need to do groups. Stop telling people not to do groups, to go to counseling. Stop telling people that they just need to man up. Stop telling people that they just need to stop. Their road to recovery may not be the same thing as yours, but it is not wrong. You are stigmatizing too. We all do it, or we've all done it. I have just seen enough people in the ER where I work to change my perception on all of that. So find the way to change your perception. Open your mind, because there are lives on the line. If you're struggling today, please reach out. I don't care how long you have. 1 day or 10 years. It doesn't matter to me. You reach out. I'm here along with thousands of other people. Thank you for listening to me tonight.